Hey everyone, what is going on? Okay, we're doing something a little bit different here today with this review. Now, normally I'll sit in front of my studio or I'll be in a more professional setting talking about the lenses, the performance and all that stuff, but we're gonna take this out in the real world with the all-new 1635 f4 Power Zoom lens from Sony. It's the G lens. It's not a G Master, it's a G lens. So it's in that mid-tier price point. I don't know the price exactly as of yet. Sony hasn't given that to us here in Singapore, but if we have it, we'll put it here at the bottom of the screen. If not, you'll hear it from other sources out there on the line. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out with my girl Praha right here, my Roddy, and she's 3 years old, full of energy. We're here at the beach inside my car right now, and we're going to go outside, show you some real-world footage of the camera in action, tracking her, also some other footage we've shot over the past couple of weeks with this. So with that, let's have some fun with the all-new 1635 f4 Power Zoom lens from Sony. Okay, so we're here at the beach, and yes, if you're wondering why I'm wearing a mask, it is still by law we have to wear it here in Singapore, unfortunately, in public. Now, if I'm in a private area, I can take it off, but there are people around, so it is what it is. So, I mean, don't bother to leave comments in the comment section below about it, because we feel the same way a lot of you do. Anyway, I'm now distracting myself. Here's Praha right here. Actually, she loves the water. Doesn't want to get in so much, but loves the whole wave aspect of it. Smelling away, having fun. Let's talk a little bit about this lens. Hold on a second. Oh shit. Bro, come here. Come here. Bro, come here. Trying to walk with a excited Rottweiler is very difficult. So if you're seeing some shake in this camera, it's because she's excited and wants to run around, and I'm not letting her do it because of safety reasons, of course. Anyway, let's talk about the performance and the feature set of this lens. Of course, this is a 1635 f4 zoom lens, so that means it's going to come in at a lesser price point than the 2.8 G Master, but also you're going to get some fantastic performance out of this. It's a much lighter lens in terms of around 350 plus grams. And with the f4, you're still going to get great, depth of field, etc. But if you are shooting in low light areas primarily for your work, events, weddings, etc., you may want to opt for a 2.8 or rely on your ISO performance of your camera if it can hold up. A lot of the newer Sony cameras, the FX3, A7S3, A7 IV that I'm using right here, will work beautifully in that regards, and the ISO performance is really good. But if you have an older Sony camera, this is something to take note of and just something to consider. Now, the powered zoom feature of this is really cool, and it's really good for creative shots, but there are some pros and cons to it. Now, the pros are, you have a switch on the lens, and also if you have an FX3 or a ZV-E10, you can use that powered zoom switch on the camera itself to control the lens. If you have some of the newer Sony cameras like the A7 IV that I'm using, you can assign a custom key to activate the powered zoom and telephoto or a wide angle option on that lens. So you can press the dial, let's say to the right to go wide, and press up to go zoom, or to the left to go zoom in. So it's an option, but you can't control the speed of the zoom like you can on the lens or on the powered zoom switch you're gonna have on the camera, as I mentioned, so something to take note of in that regard. Okay, in terms of what's inside of it, you got 13 elements in 12 groups. You've got your spherical elements inside of this. Your close focusing distance is 28 centimeters on the wide and 24 centimeters on the telephoto aspect of it. So you can get some decent close focus shots on this, and it's great for video as well. Of course, watch out for distortion, because at 16 millimeters in close focusing, you're gonna get some distortion on that. Even right now, I'm a little bit distorted on the focal length of this. So it's something to take note of, but not a deal breaker, just something to know about. Okay, I got an excited dog that wants to get around these rocks right here. She's excited, she wants to walk around more. Okay, Praha. Probably not the best idea to be trying a review like this. Oh great, it's drizzling too. How about that? Drizzling at the beach with an excited Rottweiler and trying to film a review. Could I have picked a better day? I could have. But overall, we've been using this lens for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, and through various different projects. And you've seen some of the projects here on the channel, which we couldn't disclose, of course, for NDA reasons. But I have to say that the performance of this lens is absolutely awesome. So if you're a gimbal user and you're looking for a really good internal zoom lens that's lightweight, that's not going to mess with your weight when you balance it, this is a very good lens to consider. We tried it on the RS2 as well, and it worked beautifully. Now, if you also have that Bluetooth grip from Sony, where you have the controls for your telephoto and wide zoom on that, you can also use it with this as well. So there are some options out there with the Sony system to maximize this powered zoom aspect of it. It is one of the talking points of the lens, but I would say the overall performance to me is the star of it. And for the price point, which I don't know currently at this time in Singapore, but We'll either put the price right here, or we'll let you know, as I mentioned before, later on, or you can find from another source. I think it's going to be a very attractive option for a lot of people out there, especially videographers, because this is primarily a videographer's lens. Anyway, what I'm going to do right now, we're going to show you some sample footage of what we've taken over the past couple weeks, to show you some photos as well, and I'll come back with my final thoughts. So as you guys saw from the sample footage and photos, the performance of this lens is really good, I have to say. I mean, for what Sony's done with it, for the price point, it's very attractive. Now, compared to other lenses on the market, this is a much lighter lens, as we've already talked about. This is the lightest constant f4 zoom wide-angle lens out there on the market. So that's also something to take note of for videographers out there, event photographers and videographers as well. You're going to really enjoy this, and especially if I mentioned you're using a gimbal, this is great to use on a gimbal. Makes the system lightweight, compact, easy to carry around, and the focusing is spot on, as we come to expect from most Sony products these days, right? Right, okay. So really no qualms about it. I mean, I can only say, I wish there was an f2.8 version of this lens, compact in the same size. I think that would be awesome, and maybe they will do that in the near future, because the 1635 f2.8 has been around for a few years, and I'm seeing how Sony's updating their lenses, making them smaller, lighter, compact, and just stellar performing lenses. I think that may come. Nobody's told me anything. These are just my thoughts, and my thoughts only with that. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the 1635 f4 Powered Zoom G lens from Sony. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Is this a lens you're looking to pick up? On the fence about? Love to hear from you guys. With that, take care, stay safe. Like this video, helps us out a lot. Subscribe to the channel. With that, I'll chat to you very soon. Take care.